Hi, good afternoon. I'm Raleigh Brown. This is Curve Flattening Concert number 548. I'm here with Charlie the dog. You can see him behind me here. His nose just dipping a little bit behind the air purifier. Charlie may stay there and just be wallpaper for the entire concert, or he may move on. As if hearing me say that, Charlie has moved on. He's down on the floor now. You had your chance to see him, and it's over now. So anyhow, a bunch of people here. David Harleyson, first man in, and Rhonda Scott Merrick, and Ann Mintz, and Steve Edelman, and Debbie Moore, Jay Dusenberry, live for a change, and Kathy Marzik and Slim Edelman, I already said. He says Microsoft Cloud is not working, so Outlook and 365 are both out. Who knew? Anyhow, that means I'm probably not getting some of my emails, but it'll get fixed eventually. So we're here in southeast Pennsylvania. The sky is orange. Earlier today, I went outside and checked the air quality, and it was 60 or 59. Which was good, and the air looked clear. It was really nice. But since then, a big major cloud of smoke seems to have blown in, and it's all kind of orangey and misty out there. Anyhow, that's not going to keep us from having a good time. But it does make sense now to wear a K95 if you're going outside and this kind of stuff. So I cloink you in the name of good fellowship and good coffee and good community and music. And good dogs. Always good dogs and good guitars. Deb Leby Clark is here, and Warren Bendler and Mike Verbeek and Connie Adams and Charlie Bryant. Charlie Bryant says it's hazy and smells bad in Promoco. Yeah, it's about the same here. Kathy Marzik, I think I said hi to you, but I'll say hi again. And Bunny Barnes is here. At PT, forgot headphones. Well, so it goes, my dear. So we have cloinked. Did we cloink? I didn't officially go cloink, which is what my buddy Guy would do. So I'm going to do all originals today. I'm going to start out with the instrumental because I have to be warmed up to play it, and if I play another tune, I might no longer be warmed up at it. So this is it's actually a guitar rag in the piano rag style that I wrote a long time ago, called the Slumming Angel Rag, and that name comes from an old blurb about the great Southern California mystery writer Ross MacDonald, and he's kind of one of the big three. Ross MacDonald, Dashiell Hammett, and Raymond Chandler are kind of the big three American mystery writers, or at least West Coast ones, and writing about Ross MacDonald, Raymond Chandler said Ross MacDonald wrote about Los Angeles like a slumming angel. And so I always liked that phrase, slumming angel, and it became the name of this rag. Hope you enjoy it. the Slumming Angel Rag. And those ragtime tunes, they have some characteristics. Usually there's some kind of moving bass line, you know, where we have like that. And a lot of times there will be diminished chords as passing chords. Things like that. So this is like an F chord, an F sharp diminished, and then a C chord with a G in the bass. And you'll have contrary motion where one voice goes one way and the other voice goes the other way. Things like that. And then just the feel of kind of that Scott Joplin-esque classical ragtime, almost like stride piano feel. So that's that one for you. And let me see who else has shown up. I see John Farley is here from down there in Merville, Tennessee. And I'm going to back way up here. Kate Petrella is here, and S.A. Tudhope, and Carol Pred and John Hubner. And Steve DeHaas got here a little late today on YouTube, but he's still here, and good to see you, Steve. And I think I said hi to most of the rest of you. Melissa Fleming. Hi, Melissa, and she may be there with Charlie Ortolani, who's one of Charlie the dog's many namesakes. And Connie Copy. Hi, Connie. We haven't seen you in a while. And Laura Jackson Selden. And yep, that's all the names I can find so far. If I didn't call your name, it means my eyesight's failing me, or you're an invisible. Sometimes there are temporary invisibles. I don't understand how that works, but it seems to. So this next song is one that I wrote after I did the Songwriter CD. There are 6 or 7 songs like that I like that I wrote, and this is one of them. And I wrote it actually. It's kind of speaks to. It's directed at my late wife Janice, but it talks about another friend who we lost, who is my friend David Surrett, who was a great guitar player and just a wonderful guy. Since you're gone, I think of you up there in the great beyond, or who knows where. And now and then I'll say hello, but if you hear, you never let me know. Up where you are, time never ends, but way down here, I'm losing friends. Here on earth, nothing stays the same. We're here and gone, like tears in rain. Here and gone, like tears in rain. Another friend, another loss. We give our love, we pay the cost. He leaves the stage, we say goodbye, then we're left here to wonder why. Up where you are, time has no end, but way down here, I'm losing friends. Here on earth, nothing stays the same. We're here and gone, like tears in rain. Here and gone, like tears in rain. I know someday my time will come, a gust of wind, and I'll be gone. And though I don't know how or when, I like to think I'll see you then. Up where you are, time has no end. Way down here, I'm losing friends. Here on earth, nothing stays the same. We're here and gone, like tears in rain. Here and gone, like tears in rain. I keep thinking about this orange sky. You know, a long time ago, I worked in Cleveland for a guitar store owner and a guitar teacher who was a wonderful guy, but he was a little bit wacky, and he would get especially bent out of shape sometimes when the phone bill would come. And when I started working there, one of my fellow workers took me aside and said, "Look," he said, "someday you're going to be walking down the stairs into the basement when Dick," this was Dick Lurie was his name, "when Dick is walking up the stairs. And he's going to have just gotten the phone bill. And he's going to start yelling and hollering about the phone bill and how unfair it is and how expensive it is." He said, when that happens, just think of like if you met a crazy person and they were going, "The sky is orange, the sky is orange." You wouldn't disagree with them. You'd just go, "Yes, yes, the sky is orange." And he said, that's the way you have to treat Dick when he's just gotten the phone bill. And now the sky is orange. What can I say? I have no idea. So I have some announcements. Of course, there are Invisibles, Joel Biget and Judith Fox and Kit Serikaku and Mario Pru. And there's also, as always, the PayPal link there if you want to give something to the Charlie the Dog Educational and Veterinary Fund. We're still scrambling to try to get him vaccinated someday, I hope. Charlie has made a friend. He's made a friend with a little mini Bernese poodle mix, which is called a Bernie poo, a Berner poo, or a Bernie poo, I think, I guess. And they've played 4 times now, and he's been pretty good 3 of the times. So we have high hopes for Charlie. So another thing I want to mention is that, Rhonda Scott Merrick put forth the idea, since this Sunday is the day before the 550th concert, and I mentioned last time, after that 550th concert, which will be next Monday, I'm going to put Mondays aside for a while and just do Sunday mornings and Wednesday afternoons. And especially for the summer when people are out and about and they don't have as much time to stop and listen. They love to be outside if they're wearing their K95 masks. So Rhonda put forth the idea of having a Zoom meeting on Sunday, and I'm kind of down with that. So I'm going to put the Zoom link, and what we'll do is we'll start the meeting right after I finish the concert, which is usually between 11:10 and 11:20 Eastern Time. And we might just stay on for 20 minutes, or we might stay on for an hour, one or the other, somewhere in there. But I'll put the link up, the Zoom meeting link, in the Denison's page. If you're not on the Denison's page, and of course if you're just on YouTube, you could email me at Raleigh at rolleybrown.com. ROLLY and Brown, BROWN. And I will send you the link for it, and you can join us, and you guys can talk to each other, and mayhem will ensue. Okay, so I'll put that up. I'll put a notice up about that on the Denison's page, and I will put the link up too. The schedule, as far as I know, is tomorrow night, which is Thursday. I believe Helen Avakian and David Irwin will be doing their stream at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And on Friday, Slim Edelman is doing his stream at 3:30 Eastern Time. Bunny Barnes is doing her threefer at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. On Saturday, I think Dakota Dave Hull is doing Guitar Day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And I know that Warren Bendler is doing his live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday morning, I'll be back at 10:30 a.m., and that will be as just advertised. We'll do a concert at 10:30, and then a Zoom meeting directly following the concert. Okay, good. So let me see if I've missed anybody, if a bunch of you have shown up that I missed. Pardon me, it does not appear to be so. I think we just have the crowd we have. Michael Miller is here. I don't know if I said hi to you, Michael. And Donna Greenberg, I think. And Dave Mason. Hi, Dave. I hope you're doing okay over there in the Emerald Isles. And Mark Russell. Hi, Mark. And I think that's most of yous. Okay. So next up, this is another original. It's one I wrote a long time ago when I lived in San Francisco. And I lived in San Francisco. I was teaching guitar at a great guitar store, Marina Music, but I also was, that was not enough to pay the bills. So I also worked as a parking lot valet on the edge of North Beach and Chinatown and the Theater District. And it was a very interesting neighborhood, and I met a lot of interesting people, but it was also a little surreal. Like, I had this thing in my life, I used to, every 10 years or so, I would make it a point and say, and kind of look at where I am now and say, what would I have thought I'd be here 10, if I was thinking 10 years ago where I'd be 10 years later, what would I think I'd be here? And so one time I did that, and 10 years before, this would have been 1975, right? Yeah, 75. So 1965, I was like in high school still. And in 1975, I was working the graveyard shift in this parking lot in San Francisco, underneath these, just garish fluorescent lights, in the middle of the night, with people, drunks coming back. And I've told some stories about that in the past. And I remember thinking, man, I never would have figured out how to end up here. And then 10 years later, I thought, when I was in that place in San Francisco, did I ever think I'd be, living outside of Philadelphia in the country with Janice McKenzie and raising dogs? Didn't have a clue. But then now, like 10 years ago, I would have said, will I be living in that same house? And I would have said, yeah, I'll be living in the same house. And here I am. I had not expected to be living here alone, and I did not expect to have Charlie the dog. But 10 years ago, I already had Suki the dog, so I knew what trouble I was getting myself into. Anyhow, I'm rambling on. So this is called the North Beach Blues. Give my hello to Skinny Bob, to Billy and all my friends. Hey, I might get back to Cape Cod if winter ever ends. If winter ever ends. This graveyard shift in North Beach sure throws a chill in me. Standing here in my blue collar, as blue as I can be, as blue as I can be. You know I always answer when I'm asked. Hey, I'm living for today. But you know my mind's been on my past, a continent away, a continent away. So say hello to Skinny Bob, to Billy and all my friends. Hey, I might get back to Cape Cod if winter ever ends, if winter ever ends. The North Beach Blues. So I see Chris Landry is here over there on YouTube. And see if there's anybody else I'm missing here before we wind it up for today. Sharon March is here now, a little late on the chat, but whatever. So one more song for you, and you guys have, a lot of you have heard this one before. It's written for you. There's a light in the east as the new day begins, and I search for some wisdom to embrace. I have sat in this chair with my head in my hands, searched for a moment of grace, and the days ramble on in their fanciful way, as they did when I was in my prime. But the road up ahead has an ominous haze with the unyielding passage of time. So dear friends, gather round me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. I can live in this refuge and fend off despair with my dog, my music, and my friends. And my heart reaches out as you're joining me there to embrace each moment till it ends. So dear friends, gather round me, sharing the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. Share the love and share the pain. Miles apart, we stand together in these days till we meet face to face. So dear friends, gather round me, share in the running of the race. Your goodwill will surround me as we cherish these moments of grace. There's a light in the east as the new day begins. Be happy and be healthy. Be brave and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. Sending all my love to you guys, and I will look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Bye-bye.